We'll just compose the whole thing with our voices. Yeah,
exactly. Boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, boo. Hello, everybody. This is Evan Abrams and Kyle Hamrick here on Motion Design Hotline. If you're watching this, happy President's Day, happy Family Day. Yeah, apologies. Let's see. I'm trying to see if the Behance thing is working. There's no way to tell if it's working. So
I don't see it yet.
Well, at least we do know that it is going. Okay.
Okay.
Great. Well, we never do great intros for these ones, so that's fine. Kyle, how you doing today?
Good. I still don't see it on Behance, but I'll trust you.
Oh, it's
there.
Up there.
We go. There we go.
We're front page news, baby. So
I guess. Yeah. All right. Hi everyone. Here's the real start to the show.
Okay. Hold on. I'll just run the intro again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Motion Design Hotline. We didn't just do it again. We're here on President's Day / Family Day, here with my president and family, Kyle Hamrick.
That's me. You're the executive branch of, I don't know. I was going to say my heart, but that seems like an overstatement. This show, You're definitely the executive branch of this show.
Yeah. Even though I was not elected, so figure that one out.
Well, commentary.
There's a lot of appointed power in a lot of countries. You'd be surprised. So today we are going to be doing some of our classic nonsense here on the show.
Very unlike what you've already seen.
Sure. Yeah. Usually it's a very tight structured experience on the Motion Design Hotline where we take questions from you, the good people of the audience. We try to solve your After Effects and motion design problems. Mm-hmm. Today, we're going to make
creating motion design problems. I think
we're going to make our own problems today as we take another spin on the roulette wheels.
Wow.
Where we kind of come up with projects to challenge each other to do. Let's see. As this is President's Day, Kyle, what is President's Day known for?
I mean, it's a day that banks and schools are closed.
Okay.
That's about it. George Washington's birthday and Abraham Lincoln's birthday are both right around the same time. And so they kind of smushed them together to make a President's Day.
Wow. The great emancipator and the great pants wearer. That's the two of them.
I mean, he was the first president of this country.
Right. So that would be the largest pants you could wear.
Known pants wearer. Yep.
It's got those pants that go up to his ribs. We're gonna be seeing a lot of this type of thing. I don't live in America, so I mostly know this as Family Day. We call it different things depending on what province or town you live in. Up here, so happy Louis Riel Day to those in Manitoba. Happy Heritage Day to those in Nova Scotia. But the main thing, Kyle, that both of these holidays in both of our countries have in common is this is when people have sales on things.
This is the day to buy a mattress.
That's right. Today is mattress buying day, which is great because you're in the new year. It's February. You might have just gotten divorced. So it's time to buy a new mattress. That's the time when you want to buy them. So that's what we're going to be doing. Kyle, you and I are going to be going head to head. I think we've both worked in the furniture ad game, right?
I have made local commercials at one point in my career. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I've got quite a brace of Ashley Furniture home store ads under my belt. Basically rebuilding them for every holiday over and over again. So this is going to be some well-trodden territory for us, which is going to be great.
Yeah, except we're doing it in 15, maybe 20 minutes. So they'll definitely be terrible.
Oh man, they could even be better. So this is going to be great. So here's what we need. We need some stuff from the audience because that's how this show works. We're going to be trying to do a bit of a cross-border type of thing. So we were thinking, we need a list of, I guess we need a list of things that would be on sale today, right?
Yeah.
let's start with that. So
Yeah, so I see we've got a handful of folks. I see old Clever Devlin. We
Yep.
have Barbara over here on Behance. And we've
yeah.
got Joe Jax and Safey over on YouTube. I see we have a fair amount of other people that are just lurking and not saying anything. But this is your time to shine, folks. What objects should we be making ads for? Now, just for clarification, we're going to plug these into our little randomizer. And so we don't know which of your suggestions we'll be forced to use.
Mm-hmm. We can never know. You pay queen for the king size, but you only need the edge.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait. When is St. Patrick's Day? That's
It's like the
month.
second week of March. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Botox. I like that as a
Yeah.
suggestion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Discount Botox is definitely a thing you should be buying today.
Okay, I'm gonna kick it over to my screen so you can see me actually entering these suggestions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for proof that you're not
That's
making
right.
it up.
Proof
I see
that
pants as a suggestion. We have already noted the existence of pants here, and grilling devices, barbecue grilling
Okay.
stuff. Yep,
I'm gonna
because
put
it's
down-
almost grilling season.
I'm going to put down Les Grill so that it can be also français if we wish. Barbecue
like-
grilling devices.
Yeah, and I see barbecue meats also. We could just say barbecue stuff, and then we can kind of go either direction depending on
Oh,
what we're
see, I
feeling.
like the idea of it's just meat. Like pretty obviously barbecue stuff. We're looking at actual objects, but if it's just meat, that's a great thing to have on sale.
Yeah, we'll have Grover Cleveland plugging meat that you should buy.
Oh, Zach Lovett says just frogs. So go ahead.
I love it. Yep.
Je mange beaucoup les grenouilles. So
I see a good suggestion over here for eclipse glasses. I personally am traveling just a few hours away to see the upcoming eclipse. I already have my glasses, but those of you who don't, we need to make sure you have a reminder so that you don't burn your eye holes out by looking directly at it with no glasses, like a very recent American president did, because he's that smart.
well, what with the Earth being flat and all, it's pretty incredible that such a thing could even happen. Okay, so we've got at least 6 things, right? We got Botox pants, barbecue stuff, meat, just frogs, and eclipse glasses. I think we're good with this.
Yeah.
Say approved. So
I'm definitely hoping for just frogs.
now, here is where we're gonna make 2 machines, right?
Uh-huh.
So one of them's for you, one of them's for me. So let me just make sure that I am populating the rollers with the information.
Can I take a minute to point out that just frogs kind of falls under the heading of meat, depending on how you know think about them.
I mean, oh yeah, patio furniture, quick divorces.
Yeah, but those are not 2 separate things. I think you got to keep those together if you put them into the machine.
All right, divorce furniture is what I'm.
Yep.
Oh man, is there spell checking?
I mean, it's just for us. Don't worry about any of these approximately 50 people watching. They'll be fine.
That's right. No one judges me for my inability to spell things on this program. All right. So we got that down. We got our cylinder locked in. That's going to be good. Also, hello, Umacorn. Welcome to the show. Glad everyone is taking time out of their busy family day. Divorce furniture. Okay. So the other thing that we need, obviously, we're going to learn something about each other's respective countries. So,
yeah,
there has to be an educational component to this show.
That's there.
So what I'm going to do, we're going to make one of them that is Canadian. We're going to make one of them that is American, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so for the U.S. one, what I need are some U.S. presidents, whichever ones you remember most. And ideally, they should be, I don't know. I think everybody knows Trump. Everybody knows Barack
Yeah.
Obama. I think
We're
everybody
not
knows
going to
like
do super recent ones because
no.
those are potentially contentious. I think it's much more interesting if we do older ones who people have mostly forgotten.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's got to be like pre-Reagan presidents.
yeah.
We're gonna
So
say.
I'm going to put Ulysses S. Grant into the mix because noteworthy for being the general who ended the Civil War,
Okay.
but was not typically thought of as being a great president. And also, I'm distantly related to him, so it seems perfect.
Perfect. Problematic fave, Ulysses S. Grant.
We've got a suggestion for Nixon, and he's a notably horrible president and is now dead. So I think that's
Okay.
totally fair. I think that should be the rule. They have to be dead.
Okay, if they're dead, we can put them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nixon's also a very cartoonish man.
Uh huh.
So that
Aru.
this jowly.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
I love all these pictures that you've put into Milanote because I recognize none of these people.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. Is Nixon the one that ate jelly beans? Who's the jelly bean president?
Uh, did he like jelly beans? I feel like maybe that's someone else. Let's see who else would be a good. Um, let's see. Taft is kind of ridiculous.
Okay.
Oh, good. And someone else just said it. So same wavelength here. How many do we need here?
I mean, it really depends. We got Ulysses S. Grant, Nixon, Taft. I'm going to put Reagan on there just because he's dead, right?
He is dead. Yep.
Okay.
I mean,
by the letter of the law, we must put notable.
He's recent enough that people may have opinions about him. But yeah, I was thinking it was Reagan who liked jelly beans. Thank you. Definitely.
Notably bad actor.
Let's say Grover Cleveland. I name dropped him earlier, right?
Okay, yeah, Cleve.
Notable for being the president twice in non-consecutive terms.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
He's also a Muppet, so
right.
All right.
Who else do we need here?
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 of them going on.
I feel like enough.
Pretty good. Yeah, I think that'll be enough for this thing to choose from.
Okay.
So on the flip side, on the Canadian side of the thing, now I do not expect anyone in the chat to know any Canadian prime ministers.
Well, we have at least one Canadian in the chat
Sure.
that I'm aware of.
But
we can't put it all on him.
Exactly. So, your favorite prime ministers, lay them on us. I'm going to say, like, they don't have to be dead because people don't really know who they are. They're all pretty obscure. I don't think people are going to know a lot of them. Oh man. So let's see.
I mean, do you have a couple of suggestions?
So there are some that I dropped into the Milanote, right?
Right.
Now I picked a lot of these. Oh, now I have to log back into Milanote. Come on, Milanote.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I can tell you the names you have on here.
Yeah, and I'll try to remember some of them.
Not knowing who these are, I'm really drawn to John Diefenbaker, and you wrote the Mole Man.
Yeah, that's right.
So that sounds really promising.
So we're gonna go for Diefenbaker. I think he might be the only Tory that I put on there. I'm not totally sure.
Zach has suggested Paul Martin.
Oh, sure. Let's get Paul Martin on there.
You have Wilfrid Laurier, John A. MacDonald, William Lyon Mackenzie King, Robert Borden, and Lester B. Pearson on this list. I mean, none of those mean anything to me.
All right, I'm gonna put. Hold on. I want the one that's on the hundo. Which one did I put next to the $100
bill? Borden.
Okay, I'm gonna put Borden up there. Which one did our healthcare system? Oh boy, that's been an evolving situation for a long time. We've had various iterations of expanding and collapsing our healthcare system through our many prime ministers. Let's see. I do like King, so let's put William Lyle. I'll just put WLM King on here. If he was a rapper, he could be WLMK. I think that would be a pretty
Well,
good.
perhaps he'll become one if that's what comes up.
Yeah. Okay. You've got 5. I got 4 on here. I'm gonna go. John A. McDee's on here.
Okay.
So the classic.
McDee's tens.
That's right. Okay. So we've got some people. We got some things for them to sell. The third category is basically. I want to say like patriotic bric-a-brac is what we require.
Okay.
For the third one, that'll give us some visual motifs if we require them. Kind of
All
like
right.
I'm thinking like a possible category where it's like I don't know what imagery I want to throw in here.
Okay.
So like, what kind of patriotic greeblies would you belch out in these types of ads?
Landscapes.
Okay.
I mean, that's definitely a thing.
I was gonna say eagles. That's an American.
Okay.
thing.
That's a very American thing. Are we trying to make this America or Canada specific? Because
Yeah. We'll do another list for the Canadian.
okay.
one.
Well, so yeah, eagle. I mean, obviously the American flag.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to avoid being overtly snarky here. A bison. That's a good suggestion.
I thought you killed all your bison.
Well, we tried.
R.I.P.
I really like the suggestion of the wacky waving inflatable tube man or
Okay.
the giant gorilla inflatable.
Let's just put inflatable. Dealer's choice inflatables.
Grand Canyon is a good suggestion. I think that's covered under landscapes, but I like that. Baseball, that's a good one. America's boring game. Apple pie.
Pie. Yeah. Apple pie with cheddar cheese. Inextricable. Okay. I think you've got
Not for
1,
me,
2,
thanks.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
You got 8. You got 8 bits of Americana on here.
That's plenty of things. All right. So I assume the Canadian version
Yeah.
will have some maple syrup pouring in slow motion.
Okay. Maple syrup. This is where I get to discover what people think of this place.
Apologies.
Okay. Apologies. One thing that I think needs to be on here is buffalo plaid. This is the red and black checkered pattern that you'll see on a lot of lumberjacks and stuff. So
I guess before you said that, I was going to suggest a lumberjack specifically. So that gets us there.
Yeah. Okay. Lumber person.
Hockey. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Poutine. Would you like some
Poutine. Yes.
So think of this as like our bonus points, right? So, you get the person, you got to have them. They're selling the thing, you got to have it. Bonus points if you can work in the third roller. Gordie Howe. Specifically Gordie Howe. Very I was gonna put down Gord. Tin sign billboard. Oh, come on now. Oh, giant things on the side of the road, but that's not really a Canadian thing, maybe. Anyway, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 things probably going to get us there.
I think so.
Okay, great. We are good to go. So, while we...
I mean, I don't know if good is accurate for any of this, but we are...
Is that
we are go.
Yeah, are we looking for something good? Tough to say. And we need to pick a year for our slider so that we can re-rack these things.
Oh, that's right.
I should
1776 should be the one for the America spin.
Oh, okay, good. We'll just come into the America one. We'll give that a spin to 1776, and that will render away while we figure out what's going on the other side of the thing. And let's see. When was Canada founded? I actually have no ding-dang idea. 1867, a comparatively young country.
Interesting.
Well, we had to ask nicely to be a country, so it took a little longer. Anyway.
We asked not nicely.
Yeah, well, par for the course.
Yeah. Ours involved guns, so yeah.
and throwing all of your tea into the harbor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, take that.
I liked the time when the smugglers threw the tea into the harbor because Britain was going to lower the tax on the tea, thereby breaking their tea monopoly. Sorry, folks, that's going to be a really controversial thing when you look it up. That the people who are angry were the people who were about to lose their price advantage on tea sales. All right.
I'm staying out of it.
Yeah. You'll learn a lot of fun facts someday.
Are these fun? I don't know.
Fun for me.
I'll tell you what, this has been a good way to burn through a lot of showtime.
Well, and I have to make sure that these things are rendered before I turn back to my screen and then we look at them. Kyle, since we've been looking at my screen, maybe we start with you doing your ad first. That might be helpful.
I mean, okay. I'll agree to these terms.
And then okay, so you're going to be playing off of the Canadian slot machine, right? Which will really play into your knowledge of Canadian things. So let's just go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage here. So you're going to be looking at Paul Martin. Paul Martin shall be selling some discounted Family Day Botox, which will be great. And if you can work in some maple syrup in there somewhere, that'll be...
I mean, I do think I probably could.
Yeah, that'll be pretty nice. Now, mine is coming out to, let's see here, give this a spin. Grover Cleveland Divorce Furniture Landscape.
Okay. Yes.
So there we go. We've got our marching orders. Kyle, we're gonna cut to you real quick here.
Okay. So do you have any do you sort of have anything you can tell me about Paul Martin that might
unfortunately I think he's still alive.
Okay. We violated one of our rules. That's a good start.
That's fine. So when you see pictures of him, you'll notice that he could perhaps benefit from some Botoxes. I'm trying to remember some of the things. He was kind of a slouch, if I remember correctly. So for people who are not aware of how the Canadian parliamentary system works, you become prime minister by simply being the team captain of the team that gets the most votes, right? So it's not a separate branch. You don't vote for this person especially. So you don't necessarily get a kind of bombastic or, I want to say, particularly charismatic person all of the time coming in as prime minister. And a lot of the times they are, in Paul Martin's case, he has the personality of like a piece of toast, which is great. So if that helps. Now let's see. I just want to see if there's any scandals that are associated with him. Liberals facing under Stephen Harper, buoyed by the sponsorship scandal. Okay, so he's coming off of the sponsorship scandal, which is pretty nice. So yeah, a very here we go. Healthcare funding, equalization, budgets. Oh yeah. So I think he Martin opposed same-sex marriage in 1999 vote.
Then to hell with that guy. So we'll do whatever we want.
Yeah, good times with this liberal candidate. But thankfully, House of Commons did in fact pass the Civil Marriage Act, which is great. This made Canada the 4th country in the world to allow same-sex marriages. So there you go. So we've got that going on. Trying to think. Yeah. So Zach, milquetoast the man is probably the best way to describe this person. If that helps. Right. Oh man. Yeah. Did he lose it? Hold on. I'm just trying to see here. I think his government got shut down because of a scandal. So he managed to lead right into the ground, which is great. Maybe that could be something helpful to think about.
I am trying to think. I don't love all these pictures of needles. What is happening here? Why Why are you getting Botox in your armpit?
Well, to shrink your
Um,
armpit flabs, you know,
yeah,
your flaps.
I really don't care for any of this.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Here's
this is
something.
my
Appar-
nightmare.
Apparently, Paul Martin's nickname was Mr. Dithers. So if there's anyone who is um,
Okay.
a fan of old time comics, Blondie, Mr. Dithers, is a harsh personality, difficult and controlling employer. He denies Dagwood's request for a raise. So
Yeah. Okay.
Paul Martin is the Mr. Dithers in Ottawa.
Boy. I mean, I like this picture of him in the coat. I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do here, but
Okay.
um, I don't know. Gosh, trying to think where to go with this nonsense.
He has a lot of honorary degrees. I wonder if he has any real degrees.
Why would you?
Yeah, what is the point? Why would you even want to do that?
Okay, let's see. I'm just trying to think of how, kind of trying to think of like a clever tagline here to tie this together so that I have some kind of concept to work with.
Don't dither on don't dither on this Botox. No, that doesn't even rhyme.
And
flatten your face like I flattened the budget.
I'm all right with that. Okay. Um, let's see. All right. I feel like I'm probably going to need to. Um, okay. Cool. Thanks, Photoshop. Um, my Adobe tools were being a little cantankerous earlier because of something I installed earlier. So we'll see if I can get it to cooperate.
Apparently, Paul Martin was a minor guest on an episode of the podcast Heavyweight.
Hmm.
I'd like to know what tragic story he told on Heavyweight.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a great podcast that kind of deals with people. I don't know, getting into emotionally, I want to say, traumatic events in their lives and trying to rewrite the wrongs of the past. I don't know.
I don't know if I have Photoshop at my disposal right now.
Oh, okay. You got one hand tied behind your back now.
I guess. Okay. Well, maybe I will just do stuff directly in After Effects.
Yeah, keep
Okay.
it classic in here.
Yep, we're doing it. Okay. So we have this photo of him. Okay.
He looks so worried.
Yeah, a little bit. Sorry, I got distracted from my software issue. What did we decide for a tagline here?
Smoothing out your face like I smoothed out the budget. Although what with his disastrous removal from Parliament, I don't think it would be a good. Is there something lacking confidence? See, that's a joke because when you have a non-confidence motion, it dissolves Parliament. So,
aha.
And he is, of course, a man who visibly lacks confidence.
All right, I'm gonna see what I can do with the extract effect, since since I may not have Photoshop at my disposal right now.
I feel like we're going to be Monty Pythoning a lot of things.
Oh yeah. So let's call this syringe, and then I'm going to use the extract effect and see if I can pull. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Okay, so extract is a good one if you just need to pull out blacks or whites, but in this case, the gloves are too white. Let me try one other thing here. Paint bucket.
Oh, yes.
See if I can use that to kill this gray color without, and then I want the inverse of that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this clean enough. I may have to just mask this thing because it's awfully close to the surrounding colors. So let me try just like a little bit here. I have a feeling I'm just going to have to mask it.
That's getting pretty close.
Yeah.
So this is a life hack people might not be particularly familiar with. I think people know
Yeah,
fill. I don't think people use the paint bucket that often.
probably not. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick masking tool job on the rest of this here. And of course, crucial lesson here, you want to have as few points as possible and make sure you pull those handles to get some nice Bezier curves. I will readily admit that early in my After Effects career, I once rotoscoped a shot that was actually pretty long, and I did not yet know that you could make curves with mask paths. Also, I wish this color was different, but I'm not changing it now. So I made a whole rotoscoped scene using only straight lines. Uh-huh. I've already decided that this little bit is not visible on the bottom, so it's not going to be visible on top either. And you know what? At this point, I might as well just mask the rest of the thing to the finger. Paint bucket, you were a good attempt, but you didn't quite get me there.
For some reason, his Wikipedia for Paul Martin mentions that most notably Bono was critical of his foreign aid policy.
Oh,
So,
like Bono's probably critical of a lot of people's foreign aid policies.
I mean, if Bono
seems like a thing he would do, right?
yeah, we just need a list of people Bono is critical of. That would really help us balance some of this out. Apparently, he has his own coat of arms, which I didn't realize was a thing. So that's weird. It's a bunch of hands. So I don't know what that's all about.
Well, okay, I like it.
It's just a whole lot of hands. There
we go. So we don't need old paint bucket anymore. Okay, we've got our syringe. This is. I don't necessarily want to imply that he's getting the Botox. However, I like this coat of arms. That could be a good thing. I don't know if I'm. Oh, this thing.
Yeah, it's got like way too many hands on it.
Weird. Okay. Well, I was going to see if I could sort of play off that with this Botox syringe, but yeah, I don't know.
Is it possible to smooth him in any way?
Oh, absolutely. So let's see. Just. Boy, this is okay. So let's grab his forehead here. That's a good idea. And then we can apply some effects to just that. Gosh, even just a blur. Let's see what happens if we do that. And of course, I'm going to come down here to the compositing options and tell it to use that mask. So it's only blurring within that mask. So we could just smooth those wrinkles away. I mean, that's not super great here.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Botox really just like makes your skin puffy as it causes a kind of viral infection under your skin.
Well, yeah, that's why we pay lots and lots of money for it, right?
Yeah. Get some botulinum injected right into your flesh. I'm often concerned that we're not injecting enough toxins into our bodies.
Get rid of some of these lines here.
Ooh.
Go ahead and add those into the effect. Add. Mask two. Oops. Yep. There we go. There we go. We're smoothing them right out.
Well, I was gonna say it's too
good
bad
as new.
Yeah. Too bad that Photoshop is being a bear because you could use the neuro filters to make him younger.
That would be an excellent use case, but I don't think that's happening today, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm getting a weird, like, hard edge right there, but I don't see why. Oh, because that is his face. Yeah.
That's
okay.
just how his face is. Whoops.
I think this is what we're gonna have to go with. Okay, let's see. Gosh, let's see. Let's see what Botox ads are typically doing. I can't say this is a thing that God, why do you want ads of just people getting injections? That's just awful.
Oh yeah, I like that we don't put any content warnings on our show. So, hey, if you have a phobia of needles, watch out.
Sorry. Yeah.
Coming at you. It freaks me out. I would never do it. I could never do it. But of course, I'm a big old baby, and I can't wah. Like I can't even handle getting like a tattoo or something. Like that would.
Well, I am not a needles person at all, but I
Right.
did manage a tattoo. Going with Untitled Project. Yeah. Gosh. Okay. Let's see. Let's get a little bit of design something in here.
Right.
Gosh. So we've got him, over here. He's our spokesperson, so he should be taking up at least a substantial part of the frame. And I do feel like, boy, this is getting messy real fast. But I feel like I probably need to cut him out too here. It's just going to have to be rough.
Now, just to remind you, your bonus is maple syrup. If you can work maple syrup into the situation.
Oh, I got some maple syrup images in the hopes, and honestly, my brain immediately went to like, well, why aren't we just injecting maple syrup directly?
That's true. It does
Which I feel like that feels very Canadian.
It has vaguely antimicrobial properties, I think.
Yeah.
So it couldn't hurt. Why not? Yeah, I don't see.
It couldn't hurt.
Actually, it would probably hurt a lot.
Probably, yeah.
You would probably get an incredible infection from injecting tree glucose into your body.
So I feel like Botox ads are always like very like soothing colors here.
Right.
So let's do like this white and like this very light purple here, or maybe like a very light blue. That just kind of seems like the thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels kind of like clean and clinical, but
yeah. Or it's evoking like you've died and you're passing on to heaven on the operating table.
I guess. Yeah, that sounds great. Boy, he should really be smaller because he's just too big in frame. I'll need to put him in some kind of frame or something here. Let's get you out of the way. And gosh, kind of trying to decide how I want to sort of break this out.
Also, Kyle, I'm going to put some pressure on you so that we don't run.
Yeah, it takes a whole time, right?
Yeah. I gotta say, this is your 5-minute warning. So.
Oh well, great.
Yeah.
Gosh. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to actually animate something here. But
also, because this is for Canadian audiences, you have to do it in both official languages, just to.
Well, as we have possibly established in the past, I know no useful French whatsoever.
Right. La grenouille mange la pamplemousse.
That's pretty close to what I'm able to do. Yes. All right.
Oh yes. Now he's looking a lot nicer.
Is he?
Yeah. Worst case scenario, just put a circle around stuff.
Yeah.
Let that be a lesson to everyone. Design wise, just put a circle around it.
Okay, so that purple's a little too intense. We need to keep it nice and light, right? Okay. All right. So for a youthful appearance here, let's take a look at some of these. Got some maple syrup images here, and these are very like drippy.
Okay.
Oh man, Zoom is stealing some of my things, but I think I'm gonna have to just lean into the maple syrup situation here. So here I am gonna try extract. I bet that will work for me here. I'll just clip out these whites a little bit. That worked quite nicely. Okay, so I can probably then, let's maybe like tritone this into kind of this purple that I've got. And then just kind of go like halfway. There we go. So it's going to be a little more integrated here with our purple vibes. Let's put
Sorry,
that down below him.
Clever Devlin is saying maybe it's Mapeline. Oh, that's good. That's nice.
I like it.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Mapeline.
Let's see. I mean, you would need sort of a call to action on anything like this. Okay, as someone who doesn't care for needles, which is probably a lot of the population, I feel like it's awful to see these needles in the ads.
Right.
But I don't know what else to do to like convey Botox besides his now magically youthful appearance.
Yeah, just, he's getting smoother. That's telling us what we want to know.
Yeah. I am going to leverage, so I've already got this mat set up for him. I'm actually going to use that again for the syrup and then invert that so that it's not coming through. I don't know. Let's maybe size the syrup up a little bit. That seems funky. I mean, this whole maple syrup Botox thing is incredibly bizarre. I think this needs to be a little smaller. We need the place, right?
PMs, AM to PM Botox. Prime Minister Paul Martin's past midnight.
MS, so for the maple syrup.
There we go.
Okay. I mean, I just don't know what to do with this awful syringe.
Yeah.
I mean, how am I supposed to animate this monstrosity? Oh boy. Gosh. I've mostly just made a poorly designed local ad like you would see on the tabletops at a local restaurant under the glass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's happened here.
Well, I'm trying to think. What could you do really super quick with it? Maybe just some scaling on and animating on of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the obvious thing is that you could
circles and arrows. That's clever, definitely. Just have some circles and arrows.
Yeah.
Out there.
I mean, one of the obvious bits here is that you could make his wrinkles go away. I mean, honestly, I guess we might have to use the. Let's make that faster. We might have to use the little syringe to come in. Here we go. This is what's happening. All right. Let's flip this thing real quick. And so it will come in. Be right there. All right. Let's do just a little position move. We'll move up something like that. Moves off screen. A little bit of an arc because we want this animation to be beautiful, right?
Yeah. And it should stick in and wobble like an arrow into a target. Thoink.
Wing, and then see it melts away.
You really have to be gingerly taking it out of the head.
Oh boy. And then, who doesn't love the typewriter preset?
Sure.
For text animation. So we'll bring that on here. There we go. And then here we're getting meta. Let me open this up because of course we all know that the thing about the typewriter preset is that the smoothness in the animator is set to 0, but we'll just set that all the way to 100 because this is smoothing out the text animation as well.
Yeah, exactly. Finally. There we go.
Yeah. Am I at time? Yeah, I really hope my time is up.
I think we can call it there. This is good.
Please do. I mean, good is not a thing I would use to describe this, but it's a thing.
Yeah. Well, that's not the benchmark we're going for on this show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone.
Well, there you go. We got PM's PM MS bow tie, which is, great. This came from the
Yeah.
rollers. There were some suggestions for like sparkles, like anime maybe type sparkles.
Yeah. I mean,
On
I agree. Maybe I could
them.
add those if I'm not paying attention while you do yours.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So with that in mind, Kyle, I guess I better begin
Yeah,
my journey.
I will hereby offer a public apology to Paul Martin since you said he's still alive.
I don't know if he's got the internet, but I couldn't tell you. President's Day sale, divorce furniture was mine.
Right. So the way I would interpret that is like, I mean, I know that we were doing furniture and a cheap divorce. If you want to try and tackle all that, but I think cheap furniture because you just got divorced is also like 100% valid, and that kind of gives you like a target audience.
Yeah, and I also have landscape going on,
Right.
so there's that. I feel like I got to know a bit about Grover Cleveland here. I'm seeing a lot of black and white photos of this fellow.
Yeah. He's photography exists of him, but it would all be black and white. But he's sort of a silly looking man. He's got like a big ridiculous mustache and all that. He's from the time when that was fashionable.
Okay.
Oh, well, there you go.
Let's see. This baby is saying, I want my paw. And this is saying Grover the Good tagged onto this man. And he's plugging his ears. So,
I mean, that's clearly supposed to be Grover Cleveland.
Yeah. Another voice for Cleveland. What? Because Cleveland had an illegitimate child. Ooh, maybe this guy this guy might be a pretty good spokesperson for divorce furniture.
Yeah. The tumblers knew.
Yeah, okay. Well, what else have we got going on here? Magnetic pad, statesmanship. This man's tattooed with a bunch of things here. And Auntie Blaine, I don't know who Blaine is. I think there's a lot of things to parse when it comes to political cartoons. Oh, boy. Okay, here's another one. Cleveland is a tariff reformer. This is what I like to see. Here he is trimming some hedges while two Tweedledee and Tweedledum are upset. The difference between trimming the hedge and cutting it down. Ooh, scathing.
Can you folks tell that Evan really likes old political cartoons and how inscrutable they are?
Even though they go out of their way to tell you all of the contextual information you require.
No sense.
They are still intractable. All right. I like this picture of the walrus.
Okay.
So we'll just go ahead and download the original giant PNG of this.
Yeah. Thank you, Wikipedia.
Thank you, Wikipedia. To the desktop you go. So yeah, here's the various political cartoons of Johnny MacDonald, our first prime minister. Why, here's someone kicking Uncle Sam out of Dominion House. Ooh, and here he is. This is Canada, who seems to be dead on the ground, and he is drunkenly standing on it. I don't know. Canada here portrayed as a kind of blushing maid, I guess. I don't know what's going on here. The forlorn beaver looks on. He's written, "Give me $420" on his hand.
Can we make an entire episode just you looking at old political cartoons?
Yeah, that's a bonus feature type of deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, let's get into President's Day sale. I liked your idea of starting with the picture and working our way forward from that. So if we
also, official notification that my Photoshop seems to be working fine now.
Okay, now it's back on.
Yep. Yeah, good.
All right. So I think maybe we're gonna have like a little pop-up Cleveland jump up in the corner over here, like a pop-up video type of guy. So I think for that means we are going ellipsy shapes. I don't know what I'll do with that, but we'll figure something out. This is a classic Evan, we'll figure something out type of day.
Are we on the main feed? We have way too many people to not be.
Yeah, we're up there.
Okay, great. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the best episode.
Each one's the best because it proves we're still alive. That's the thing that people don't realize about streaming. Each of your newest episodes becomes the best by default. All right, so let's see. We got a boom, quick pop. Pow. Okay, let's get a new null. I'm gonna make a quick stack of some kind here. So
yep.
I like to do something like this, where we're gonna use the shape like that. I don't necessarily want Clevelando over here to be like scaling with it. So if I parented him, like if he was parented to the shape, they're both getting big at the same time.
Yeah, like, I like it better just as a reveal.
Yeah, like that. This feels more like a cartoon, like.
Yep.
So let's just make sure that these two things are like that. You would think that, given my proclivity for dumb noises, I would love old political cartoon, but I don't know. I guess I feel like Animaniacs really broke my brain as a child.
Yeah. In all the right ways.
Yeah, speaking of brain breaking, here's what my grids are looking like these days.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, folks, if you would like to go into your settings, your grids and guides, and let's see, I'm at 8 and 8 for some reason.
Which is the default for some reason. It should just be 3 and 3, like design people want. Okay, or whatever weirdness you're doing. Yeah.
I do 6 and 6, so that I get the halvesies in there. I wish I could make.
Some people don't need those.
Some people are able to tell proportion using their brains. But I'm not one of those people. And neither is Grover Cleveland, a man whose sense of proportion had left him long ago. All right, so he's going to be saying a quotation of something.
Yeah, so I'll call this out just in case you missed this in the chat. So Devlin had suggested some items that would be appropriate for this, like divorcee store: single bed, a slightly used recliner, a TV tray table, maybe a half-off love seat.
Oh, you mean like that's been sawed in half?
Well, I think it works really well metaphorically. So however you want to interpret that.
Okay. In my mind, I don't know. I think my idea of furniture is pretty informed by like what you would find on the side of the road in college type of thing. For that reason, the IKEA Poang chair is pretty stuck in my mind as a thing, but it's not sad enough. Or like it's not a sad enough type of furniture.
And look, let's point out too, being newly divorced could also be a very liberating experience.
Oh yeah, that's true. For sure. Okay, then I guess what I need is race car bed. I sleep in a big bed with my wife. I sleep in a race car.
I'm currently Googling Grover Cleveland memes to see if there's anything I can feed you here. But not surprisingly, not too many memes about this guy that was president in the 1800s.
Well, I think the political cartoon was the meme of its day.
Yeah.
So, let's see. These are all some pretty nice looking car beds. I mean, this one's right off of Amazon, so I'm going to go ahead and take this one. Let's see. But then I have to look at Amazon, and that's going to hurt my mind. And this is obviously a child's bed. This one's at least at Walmart, so at least we can support the good people of Walmart with.
They need our assistance.
Exactly. Only $59 a month if you would like this 300.
Oh, there you go. Those are pretty good terms.
Yeah, exactly. Now this is a pretty depressing looking bed, so I'm going to go ahead and save that one.
I think it looks awesome.
Right. Sorry. Sorry, I don't know why I pronounced it that way. Now check this out. Maybe people don't know this, but this is a .webp file, right? And would you look at that? We got that WebP file going on here. It's working out.
Is it? Interesting.
Yeah. So small in WebP improvements all the time.
Good.
All right, let's go ahead, and I shall also be using the old extract. So see if we can chop.
You might lose that thing on the door, but that'd be a pretty easy
Now,
thing to
WebP is
get
a
back.
nasty, nasty type of file. as
Yeah,
you
look
can
at that
see.
compression.
So good. How many pixels is this thing?
6.
Yes, it's 2 pixels. Come on, there's got to be a better version of this. That is the good version, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. What if I hit plus? What if
Yeah.
go
I mean, it's
art?
almost as if they don't want you to steal these images to make ridiculous animations from them.
We're making fun of it. This is a fair use.
It is.
Now hold on. I thought that. Okay, now I only got like 100 more pixels.
Yeah. I mean, I think you just got to go with it.
Yeah, we're kind
TikTok.
Oh no,
Your deadline's coming up. The sales today.
It's coming up today. So here's what I want to do. I want to try to get this thing to scale and move like it's driving in on this vector, right?
Uh-huh.
So that it's actually coming in on like this
Yep.
line, which can be kind of difficult. I'm not gonna lie.
I would use a null personally.
Yeah, well, what I kind of want to do is try to find like where it's coming from,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then that'll tell me where I want to basically have its anchor point
Mm-hmm.
if I want to scale it on, right? So it looks like they're intersecting from over there. So I should be able to.
I mean, could you just put the anchor point over there and just scale it?
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was thinking. So quickly poop out some rulers like this, bonk bonk, and then this thing. I need the pictor, and then we'll just kind of move this right over here. So this hopefully is gonna.
Perfect. Yeah.
Life hacks. So that's why people come to the program. Okay, so we're able to now get this thing to scale from whence it comes from, which is great. Vroom, vroom. Grover Cleveland sadness beds. Of course, recognizing that sometimes divorce is a good and necessary thing. People need to move on with their lives.
Exactly.
Not everyone is meant to get married in high school. So, here we go. Just get this going over here.
Love it.
Okay, now I kind of want to. I'd like to make this look a little nicer on the urge, somewhat. So maybe I can channel blur a little bit. And then we'll just like blur the alpha a bit. And then maybe I can drop a levels on this and try to like manually clamp that to be a little bit nicer. Potentially, maybe let's go in the opposite direction to where I want to go. So something like this, maybe. Oh boy, I got to be honest with you. There's a lot of times when like dealing with the Ashley Furniture warehouses of the world that this would like 100% happen all the time. Like this is
because you were given a 200 by 200 JPEG as your asset of the thing. Yeah,
a bunch of JPEGs. Enjoy these JPEGs. Vroom. Okay, so we've got our elements showing up. I kind of want like a price tag of some kind popping off of this and something about Grover Cleveland coming out that side. Now let's see what I want to do kind of background wise. I was told landscape is what
that is your bonus. Yeah, you don't have to, but
well, let's see here.
America does have many great racetracks, but I don't know if that's
Grover Cleveland says race on over. Like I feel like we're really really getting into some insane combinations of ideas. Look, we're gonna ask Wikipedia to give me another picture of the Grand Canyon, as usual.
Uh-huh.
Springtime of
So,
the
but
Grand.
what does the Grand Canyon have to do with divorce and or furniture?
It's a yawning void, just like the yawning emotional void that you're trying to avoid by buying this race car bed.
There you go.
There we go. All right, let's try to maybe time these elements.
You know, we should have put Teddy Roosevelt in the mix because he would have been very
Yes.
appropriate for national parks and landscapes and such.
Yeah, but no one's
Alas.
divorcing that guy.
Give up your manscaping for landscaping with your new single suite.
See, yeah, that's something. I guess I don't know
yeah.
enough about Cleveland's whole deal. So let me just go ahead and look
Honestly,
up.
I don't either.
I'm going to go Grover Cleveland election slogans.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. We're going to go list of U.S. campaign slogans. Oh, this is great. Burn this letter. Cleveland supporters attack on Blaine's supposed corruption. Okay, that's something. Ma, where's my paw? Lord. Romanism and rebellion. That's something. Tell the truth. Okay, I like. Oh, Ma, where's my paw? That's an anti-Cleveland, though. That's not a
Yeah.
pro-Cleveland.
Tell the truth is sort of a good, like, tell the truth. These prices are insane. Or, you know, it's a good lead in for just schlocky furniture sale nonsense.
Exactly. Yeah, I like tell the truth. And sort of one thing that I feel like we did like a lot was just like stuff sliding out from behind images. Was kind of a big deal. I would like.
I mean, if you have him pop up, you got the perfect thing to reveal text from behind now.
Yeah. Now I kind of want to tritone this into the red, white, and blue. So we're gonna go with oh wait, this one should be the bluer of the two. So we'll go, or maybe this one's like a dark red. I don't know, but maybe the mid-tone.
You don't know.
No, I don't know anything about America's colors. That didn't work out particularly.
That's close enough. Yeah.
Yeah, close enough. And then we'll take that tritone. We'll apply it also to the Grand Canyon. Maybe not. That's fine. Blood red canyons.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh man, the canyons of Mars over here. I did enjoy Grover Cleveland on Mars. Pretty good. Here we are. Now things are looking a little bit more normalized. Thank you very much. Now, unfortunately, the car is not standing out as much, so I think the car can be.
Yeah.
Let's bring the car back to reality.
The old red, white, and ew. We just need to get Devlin in the writer's room here to like give us all of our one-liners.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, so we got this. We got this coming up. We need our kind of chevron-y looking type of thing. Uncle Chevroni coming here. Okay, so we're gonna just have this type of a deal pop out from the side. Or I'm feeling pressurized, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this in exactly. Boop. And there we go. Nice little arrow type of deal.
Yeah. Good
like
call.
those spinning signs that people love. All right, so we got this. This needs to be part of that, but it needs to be behind Grover, and we're gonna have that kind of show up. So he's gonna pop up, and it's gonna like that, and we can separate those dimensions. We're not really interested in any Y changes. Why?
Maybe you're not.
I know. Why? Change? Haha, Grover Cleveland. Don't know if he was the incumbent or not. Okay.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I assume he ran and lost and then ran again and won.
We can assume a lot of things about.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about the past. There's no way to look it up. So.
Soon there won't be.
Yeah, soon. If our luck holds, Soon we can't look anything up. All right. Is that too much of a bobble? Is that really?
I mean, it's very energetic, but boy, it draws my attention. So mission accomplished.
It's really drawn my attention. There we go. Now let's just whoa that down a little bit. So, like, just in general, if we look at the kind of graph down here, if people are wondering, we are observing the value graph so that you can see kind of the overshoot, and it is a little bit extreme, but that's fine. Okay, so the reason I was parenting it to this was so it was easier to kind of move this stuff around. So there we go. Boing. And we want to make sure that we don't see it over here, but we do see it over there.
Which means mat time.
Mat time. Grover Cleveland says, it's time to take it to the mat, brother. A lot of people think that I confuse American presidents with wrestlers, but...
Nope. It's exactly how he sounded.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
If people ask you about my legitimate child, you tell the truth, brother.
Honestly, he does kind of look like he would talk like that.
Yeah. Boing. There we go. So that's showing up. And then we could just repeat the process on this one over here, but I really think that all the information could be stored kind of right there.
You know, it occurs to me, yeah, okay. So he was president towards the end of the 1800s. So there probably would be, and Google just confirmed, are audio recordings of him speaking. Oh. So, yeah. I guess we do know.
Yeah. I mean, what's kind of an old-timey font that would go with this guy?
Yeah, something late 1800s.
I was going to go with like a Baskerville style over here.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably fine. Yeah, that looks good.
Tell the truth. Okay.
No one beats our prices.
I sleep in a big car. I mean, it's a real baller move when your opponent is like, this guy's got an illegitimate child. And the guy's like, that I know of. My opponent will try to shame me with these things, but I'm here to tell you I'm not ashamed of myself. I'm not courting a Puritan vote. Get away from me.
That does seem very like 1890s.
Yeah. A lot of pearl clutching going on. I was about to say. Okay, now here's a feature that we didn't have in the Ashley Furniture Warehouse days, right? Is this the mat link, right?
Yeah.
Like all of these files would have been way larger.
Yeah, you'd have 37 mat layers.
What is up with the kerning on this? Oh yeah, my defaults were totally borked up. Tell the truth. Sleeping in a car is normal. It's normal and good.
Let's say, how about this? Tell the truth. Something about like these deals getting your heart racing. Is that too on the nose?
Yeah. Oh, and Hicks Design in the UK, it's getting back from pub time. What's going on with us?
Honestly, we don't know.
Yeah, we're just high on the spirit of the season.
Yeah,
sick deals.
As a quick explanation for any of you folks who are just joining us,
right.
We have a randomizer that we used to decide what we would have to create, and we're just rolling with it. So that's why this
has happened.
Yep.
I mean, tell the truth. It's like, was it?
I mean, it should be something about, the prices, it's the enticement, right? Because I don't think it's not necessarily just beds.
Oh yeah, that's true. Ma, where's your pa? In this dope bed, says Grover Cleveland. Okay, but he wouldn't say dope. Back in those days,
I mean, he could now.
dope meant heroin. So yes. Tell the truth. These beds are selling a quarter mile at a time. I like the restraint that they put a 68 on the side of the car.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Oh yeah, okay. That's something I want to do with this car. Where's the car? This one. Okay. So I wanted to try to change color because I don't like the yellow.
Yeah, I agree.
It, right?
I agree.
So I'm gonna see if I can like hue transform that closer to like a red, maybe, right? Maybe that could be scaled. Purple is not right or good. So we'll try to go like that. Maybe we try to get the matching tolerance up so we catch all of the lines. Okay, that's definitely going a lot more to the pink territory. Maybe we bring the lightness down a little bit and the saturation up a little bit. That's looking a little bit better, right? That's getting improved.
I've gone down a rabbit hole looking up 1800 slang to see if I can help you. Yeah.
Thank goodness. Most of it's pretty racist, so I don't.
Yeah.
Now, do I want to do like a Back to the Future?
Here's an interesting one. Some pumpkins, which means a big deal.
Okay. Our beds are some pumpkins.
Yeah, somehow made it incredibly more confusing.
Excellent. There we go. Our beds are some pumpkins. So now we all feel insane. So that's good.
Completely off the rails.
Yeah. What happened to your brains? Well, they fell out of the side of my head while I was doing a stream today. There we go, Grover Cleveland, and we'll just do that because you have to attribute these quotes to someone, or it'll be
yeah, really yes, of course. What about how about our prices? Like that's, I mean, maybe this place only sells race car beds. I don't know.
Our prices are some pumpkins. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, go with the beds. You're right. That's much better.
There we go. Okay, so that's feeling marginally more balanced. And maybe if this is italic. Whoa, hello.
Yep. Now it's official. You could make that quite a bit smaller, I think.
Now he's signed his own work here.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, Grover Cleveland. Now, I think compositionally, I could probably even do like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It'll wrap around the thing. Ah, yes. Everything is falling into place for Grover Cleveland. All right. And now let's just kind of delay some of those a little bit. Pop. There we go. This is a fantastic ad for this. I want to do something else with this particular object over here. I was thinking about like we could do like a motion blur. I feel like I've really taken up a lot more time than we might have otherwise.
I mean, we should probably wrap this up soon. I didn't pay attention to your time at all.
Great. Okay, one thing I do want to do is look for a radial fast blur of some kind. Can I push this beyond? Yes. So let's get that going.
You've definitely done a lot more After Effects stuff on this one.
Oh, or does this run into a wall? I don't know. I'm trying to. Maybe radial fast blur isn't the one I want.
Are you just trying to kind of get directional blur, maybe?
Yeah, but it's got that focal point, right? So I was just thinking, like, can I point it to that? There. This one is behaving totally differently, and I need to. What's that trick? It is bounds.
Grow bounds.
Grow the bounds. Much like Grover grew the bounds of our
something.
Yeah. Oh, well, it doesn't want to grow the bounds, does it? What's going on here? Derp. Doesn't want to grow these bounds, Kyle. That's no good.
Look, bounds exist for a reason.
That's true. Bounds are meant to be grown. Okay, so what could you do? What could you do? You could see. I just like how blurry that looks.
I mean, I think you're just going to have to live with it.
Yeah, I'll just lump it. Otherwise, there's a whole lot of like pre-composing and junk like that. So we'll just go ahead.
Evan, yeah. I'm sorry to break in, but an old-timey slang for feeling temporarily sad was got the morbs.
It's morbid time.
Like morbid feelings. So if you were feeling bummed, you could say, I've got the morbs. And I feel like that's a thing you needed to know right now.
He's got the morbs. Oh, the morbs. The morbs. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving these morbs. I like saying it's morbin time. These are all things that I like. Okay, so let's get this going to the wrong one. Blue solid. There you are. So yeah, I wanted to just come in here and make sure I could put some quotes around this. This is one of the things that borks me up a lot. Bork is a thing that Grover Cleveland would not say.
No.
Because Justice Bork would not be in power for another several years. But just that, like,
decades even.
Yeah. So encasing a quote in these where the quotes live outside of the thing, like, kind of looks good, but there's not a lot of nice ways to technically do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there you go, Kyle. This is what I've presented to the world: a car bed with Grover Cleveland saying, "Tell the truth. Our prices are some pumpkins." This is for divorce furniture, as you can tell, because this is a race car bed. If this was a king race car bed, we could make the case that this is for two people, but it's clearly not. So there you go.
Well, look, I mean, people can make their own decisions.
Yes.
To use one more piece of Victorian era slang, I would say that looks quite afternoonified.
That means drunk, doesn't it, Kyle?
You'll just have to look it up for yourself.
That's true. Okay, so we're here at the end of the program. Kyle, let's review the piece of technology.
Oh, must we?
Yeah.
I mean, mine was pretty not great over here. We've got PM's MS Botox treatments here. I didn't manage to fit in any language about it being a special sale or anything, but
okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess we might as well ask people to vote on these things.
You know what? I think today they're both winners.
But
in the spirit of international cooperation.
Okay, our special arrangement. But Kyle, since we are over on YouTube, so if you're watching us over on Behance, know that we have a YouTube channel where we simulcast this stuff. It is at Motion Design Hotline over there on the YouTubes. And we can do things like run polls and start a Q&A, which is an interesting thing to do because the chat kind of takes over some of those functions.
Yeah. Devlin votes no.
No. We're getting a lot of write-in ballots for some reason. That's interesting. So yeah, that's sort of the show. I think we're back next week with some.
That is sort of the show.
That's kind of the show.
Can we come back to the two-shot?
Yeah, okay,
no more of this.
Okay, very well. So this is what happens when we run the rollers here on the program. But we usually deal with people's real-life questions about things that irk them. So I think we'll be back next week. We will. Let's do a little potpourri next week of some of the smaller questions I think that have come in that have not risen to the need for a full show.
Well, since we have quite a few people watching right now, let me take a moment to say that you, person watching, if you have questions about After Effects or motion design or making video stuff in general, you should ask them to us, because otherwise next week you're going to be punished again with something like this. So ask them now in the chat. Ask us on the Instagrams or the X Twitters. or send us something on our super official question form that you can find at motiondesignhotline.com, which is in fact a real website for real people. Send us a question or a query or your troubles, your troublesome project, even.
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, you can just send us work that's not working out for you, and we
Yeah.
can try to fix it. Because yeah, that'll be kind of what we've got coming up down the hopper here. So it is nice to relax our brains sometimes. It is a holiday after all.
This was incredibly stressful. What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know, Kyle. I've started doing improv classes on Saturdays, so this is sort of my jam. Oh, Hicks Design says, please make text animators make sense. You know, I guess we could have done that today, but then we didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that we certainly can. We have talked about them before, and I have a fairly extensive tutorial on them on School of Motion's channel.
Right.
That you should definitely watch. But we can certainly cover text animators.
Yeah, like I don't know. That's fun because then we also get to riff on terrible quotes about things, which is another.
There you go. That's
another good bit. But yeah, what you Botoxing about? Okay, that's pretty good.
Wow.
So if you had have gotten Woodrow Wilson, I think what you Botoxing about would have been correct because that's close to. No, you know what? It's not. He's saying it to Willis. I don't know. There's too many layers. There's too many hats on top of hats.
Anyone correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that Woodrow Wilson had a stroke, and the last roughly year of his presidency was essentially his wife was running everything.
Oh, okay. Well,
and he was like secretly an invalid, just laying in bed unconscious for a year.
Well, that's what I learned from the documentary Weekend at Bernie's, anyway. So
I learned it from Drunk History, which is an excellent show.
Yeah, it is a great show. It's fantastic. All right, let's sign it off. You can find me at EC Abrams, find Kyle at Kylosaurus Rex, find all things Motion Design Hotline, including our archive of mostly more useful shows, motiondesignhotline.com. If you have questions, send them to us. We want to help you out. But we'll be back next week answering some real questions from real humans. It's going to be a good time. So, yeah, I don't know. Till then, stay creative, be kind to each other. We'll see you all around the internet. Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for tolerating us.